A very common experience for people nowadays is not feeling thankful for things that we achieve, but feeling like a fraud. This experience has a name in Western psychology. It's usually called an imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. And the reality is that it's this expectation of greatness, our biggest enemy. Let's start with unpacking the modern understanding of imposter syndrome and figuring out why the therapy is building confidence. A very common experience for people nowadays is not feeling thankful for things that we achieve, but feeling like a fraud. This experience has a name in Western psychology. It's usually called an imposter syndrome. And we see this everywhere, mostly in our professional life, in our academic life. But this can even happen in an enlarged family, where a person might wonder, like, they see me as the perfect mother, but if only they knew, right? The Western solution to this problem, because it's very well known, it's really a problem of the age, got very, very common in the last decades. And the Western solution to that is to say, well, believe in yourself, build your confidence, because ultimately you deserve it. And we will see how the Islamic reading of this experience is very different and how the Islamic cure for this situation is very different. Let's start with unpacking the modern understanding of imposter syndrome and figuring out why the therapy is building confidence. The modern understanding is that you have a worth, which the problem is you're not believing in. So the result is that then you need the next achievement, right? Then you need your next confirmation. Is never gonna settle. And the whole problem of the idea of building your self-esteem is that it will try to fill a hole which is misidentified. And the hole is that I don't have enough self-belief. If we look in our own tradition, and sometimes I like to quote like really old authors from classical age of Islam, because people read these books and they're like, oh, this terminology, what does it mean? It actually relates to nowadays problems. So if we take Imam Al-Ghazali, he says that in these situations, the sickness of the heart, which is causing the effect, is kibr al-khafi, or hidden arrogance. Okay, this is counterintuitive, so let me explain. Arrogance has an obvious kind. An obvious kind we all know, right? Is I think I'm better than everyone, even a bit rough with other people, treating them not so well, and obviously feeling better. Well, this one has deep down an image of you, who you should be. So this is hidden arrogance, because you hide inside yourself an idealized version of who you should be. You should be smarter, you should be more accomplished or more admired, right? And if it doesn't match, then the idea is I should be more than this, which is still arrogance to a certain point. Because why? It's a hidden expectation of greatness. What I expect from myself is being great, and this is a problem in itself, right? But it masquerades in being I'm not good enough. And the reality is that it's this expectation of greatness, our biggest enemy. Because in the reality, all our characteristics or our achievements are just the way in which Allah created us. And this way is something which should give us thankfulness. And our intelligence, our beauty, our achievement, they're all part of rizq. It was written before we were born. And it has no moral connotation at all. That's just the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted it, so it's good for us. So just believing in yourself is never gonna fix it, because it's going to feed the same hidden expectations, which are ultimately toxic. The nafs always wants more. There is a hadith Qudsi, very beautiful saying, in which the Prophet ﷺ transmitted, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that if the son of Adam had a valley of gold, he would desire another one, and nothing fills his mouth except the dust of the grave. This is really the most important psychological knowledge you can have. Nothing will ever be enough if your idea is just, I need a little bit more. There's research that shows that everyone, doesn't matter how much money they have, just wishes they had a little bit more. So nobody can be satisfied of this dunya, and part of the dunya is how smart we are, how competent we are, how good is our career, how good are we at homemaking skills, or whatever else we measure ourselves against others. What's the cure then? The cure is this concept, which is fundamental in classical Islamic psychology, which is called ubudiyya. Like ibadah, right? It's a sister word. Ibadah is worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ubudiyya is being in a state of an abd, of servanthood towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is getting nourished through that relationship. In fact, self-esteem in Islam comes through the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's something that nobody can take away from us. It's something that is there or is not there. And we can choose to orient ourselves towards it or to live in forgetfulness and then let dunya, intelligence, beauty determine our worth. Everything about us, it's both a gift, and we have to be thankful for it, and an amana, responsibility, meaning we really have to treat it in the best way and make it fruitful. But you see the different type of pressure, right? On the one hand is I should be more, I should perform more, I should achieve more. On the other hand, there is, yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me this amount of intelligence, these many languages I can speak. What's the best way I can make use of that? It's a very different way, right? You feel imposter syndrome because you were never meant to be the source of your own worth in the first place. The whole loop is messed up. Imposter syndrome, self-esteem, no, this is not going to work, is not going to make us happier. So we have to tell ourselves, my job is not to be great. I just have to take care of what I have within that relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's learn to see things clearly. Let's even learn to introspect, to look inside, to look deeply. This is a topic that I really love, sicknesses of the heart, and how they translate to today's problems that we read under the psychological lenses. It really shows the genius of these classical Muslim scholars, because they could identify universal patterns of behaviors that 1,000 years later really come into play and describe so well our experience. And I believe that we need this translation of classical Islamic psychology to contemporary problems, inshallah.